Hey guys, what's up? My name's Kayla from Planning with Kay, and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a great month of September so far, or at least surviving, at least getting through, I hope, considering it is 2020. But I'm back here today, better late than never, to set up my September bullet journal spreads. This is actually going to be the first month in this brand new Archer and Olive journal that I'm moving into, and I'm very, very excited because this is actually marking the turning point in a sort of new system that I'm going to be trying out. I'm still bullet journaling, it's nothing too different like that, but I decided that I'm actually going to be bringing a second journal into my system. So this here is going to be my long-term collections journal. I basically got tired of having to recreate all of these long-term spreads every time I migrate into a new journal, especially since for me, I fill up journals pretty fast, every like 4 or 5 months or so. So I decided that instead of doing that migration so often, I'm instead going to have this long-term journal, which will have all of my long-term spreads that I want to keep using throughout the year. And then this here is going to be my new normal bullet journal that will have my monthly, weekly, daily spreads, all of my to-do lists, and all of those things that I, on a daily basis, need to use my journal for. So I'm very, very excited about that. I'm excited to start using both of these beautiful new Archer and Olive journals and see how this sort of dual notebook system ends up working out for me. I'll of course keep you guys updated on that, and I'm also going to be posting a video showing how I set up the initial spreads in this journal. So make sure you stay tuned for that video that will be coming out sometime soon. I'm super excited about that. But anyways, let's get back into talking about these new September spreads that I'm going to be setting up. I'm going to be using my newest sticker themed collection. As you guys know, I create a new sticker collection every single month that I use to set up my monthly bullet journal spreads. And this month, I'm going to be using this brand new campfire themed sticker collection. As usual, this entire sticker collection here is going to be available for purchase in my sticker shop. That's PlanningWithKay.com, and I'll also, of course, have everything linked down below for you guys as well if you want to go check out all of these new listings. And I'm very, very excited to announce that I have a huge end of summer blowout sale happening in my shop right now. I just listed 4 30% off bundles in my shop. That is one of the biggest sales I'll have all year. And these bundles are very exciting because they're all seasonal. So I have a Halloween bundle, a fall and autumn bundle, a winter bundle, and finally a Christmas bundle. These bundles are only going to be available in my shop for a limited time. I'm just going to be playing it by ear. They'll probably be up for at least another week, but beyond that, who knows? So if you're interested in taking advantage of that 30% sale right now, be sure to check out my shop. Again, that's PlanningWithKay.com. And of course, I'll have everything linked in the description. All the bundles, all the new campfire stickers, all of the new shop listings will be linked down there. So be sure to check that out. And finally, one last thing, if you guys wanted to receive an additional 10% off of those already 30% off bundles, be sure to join my Patreon. That's patreon.com/planningwithkay. I just posted an exclusive coupon code over there that gets all my patrons 10% off of those 30% off bundles. It's a token of appreciation for my Patreon fam and just an extra little thank you for all of the incredible support and love that I receive over there. I really can't say enough how much I just adore everybody over on Patreon. I'm so appreciative of having that community and getting to hang out with you guys during live streams every week. It really is a highlight of my week. But if you wanted to join, check out Patreon and get your hands on that 10% exclusive discount code. And I hope you guys enjoy all of the new bundles and all of the Patreon content this month. All right, guys, so with all of that out of the way, it's time to bust out my brand new bullet journal, grab my campfire themed stickers, and start setting up some September bullet journal spreads. As usual, I'm starting off my monthly setup with a decorative cover page. This is just a full spread to get me excited about my monthly setup, and it's a really fun way to start everything off. So since my theme this month is a woodsy campfire theme, some cozy kind of late summer, early autumn vibes, I'm deciding to go with a color scheme to match that. I'm using basically sort of like a rainbow color scheme because I have a red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple, but I decided to make the red, orange, and yellow very fiery type colors, and then I'm going for a darker blue, purple, and green to create this nighttime sort of foresty feel. I'm using my watercolor throughout this entire setup just like this, taking all of those colors and just creating some really dramatic color splashes. So on the left side, you can see I basically filled up the entire page with watercolor, and I'm going to be sticking something in the middle, which is why I didn't bother really doing anything in the center of the page. And now on the right side, I'm creating this watercolor frame, which is going to surround a little quote on the right side that I'll be writing in later. So another thing I'm going to be doing for this setup that I've been playing around with is actually creating some fire-kissed elements. So I am cutting out pieces of paper. These are just scrap pieces of paper from the back of my journal that I cut out. And for this page, I'm cutting one into an oval and then burning the edges of the paper. You can see that I'm basically just creating little burn marks along the edge, lighting it with a lighter, and then immediately putting it out. And I'm doing this to a couple different pieces of paper that I'll be using throughout this setup. If you are a minor, definitely get parental supervision or permission before attempting something like this. And even if you're an adult, please be careful. I don't want anybody to be lighting any crazy fires in their houses. I do love the effect that this created, and I thought it created just a really fun little extra detail throughout these spreads. So on the left page, I'm going to be just creating a simple September 2020 header using a Pentel sign brush pen and my Tombow mono drawing pen as well. I'm just going to be using those same two pens throughout this setup, along with the watercolor and my stickers. So now going in with some stickers, I am lining the bottom of this page with pine trees. I have 2 different sheets of pine trees that I released in my shop, and I'm obsessed with them. I've been wanting to create some good pine tree stickers for such a long time now, especially since moving to Portland a few years ago. So I'm so happy I finally got the chance. On the right side, I'm going to finish this off with a quote. This is actually one of my favorite lyrics of all time from the band Local Natives, and it says, "I will endure the night for the promise of light." As a final detail, I decided to fill the watercolor sky here with a bunch of stars. I'm just using my white gel pen, and again, all the supplies I'm using will be linked in the description. So if you're curious about the white gel pen, the watercolors, the pens, anything like that, even the notebook, be sure to check out the description below. So before I move on to the rest of my setup, I did want to create a anti-racist checklist and pledge like I do at the start of every month now. And this is actually the very first page of this journal. I thought this was a really good way to lead off this new journal. This is a free printable that I have available, so check out the link down below in the description if you want to also use your bullet journal as a way to stay accountable in fighting racism and fighting for racial justice. And on the left, I also used one of the printables that's available for $1 on my Patreon. So if you're interested in that watercolor printable, check out Patreon. And after I fill out all of my intentions on the right side with this checklist, I'm going to move on and start creating my September monthly calendar. So I'm starting off my main calendar spread here by actually drawing out my calendar. I'm doing a single page calendar this month, and each day here is going to get a spot that is 3.5 spaces wide by 6 spaces tall. I'm also separating that first row of each week as a spot to write in my dates. And I'm now going to bust out my watercolor again. You guessed it. I'm first creating a big header section at the top using all those same colors. They're technically rainbow colors, but I'm trying to lay them in a way where it almost looks like the red, orange, and yellow are like fiery bursts coming out of a dark night sky. So that's what kind of differentiates it and doesn't make it look like I'm just doing a rainbow theme, I guess. So you can see that I decided to also use watercolor for the date sections on my calendar. And now I'm going to get started on a Dutch door decorative sidebar on the right side. So this is going to be a little sidebar that will show for this spread and the next spread. And I'm just going to be doing a big, again, watercolor color splash on this side. I'm going to be sticking some stickers over this a little bit later, but while that dries, I'm going to finish off the left side of this calendar spread. So I'm sticking in one of those little burnt pieces of paper that I created ahead of time for my monthly overview header. I have this monthly overview sticker as a part of the monthly kit, so I just stick that over top. Easy header, done. I'm now going to use these small circular stickers also from that Campfire monthly kit as my weekly headers for my calendar. And then I'll finish my calendar off with those white gel pen numbers for a super easy single page monthly calendar. Now on the right side of the spread, I'm going to use these number strips from the functional monthly kit add-on sheet along with these circle list, checkbox list type stickers from the freebie sheet that comes with all shop orders to create a monthly bill overview as well as a gratitude log for the month. This is going to be the rest of my monthly overview. I think it'll be really useful for me to have just a big list layout of all of my bills that are due throughout the month. And it's also going to give me a spot to jot down a word or two about what I'm grateful for each day. So I'm creating this adorable little campfire scene at the top of this page using the animal campground stickers. That's a separate sticker sheet that has little hedgehog, a bear, and also a Luna cat sleeping and chilling by the fire. And it created just a really cute little scene, again with some of those pine trees in the background. Now I'm going to finish off that decorative sidebar sticking in this big vertical sticker from the monthly kit. This is one of my favorite stickers I've created. It's the first time I've created a long vertical sticker, and I'm definitely going to be bringing that back. I just love how it creates a perfect sidebar here, and it's the whole reason I decided to do this Dutch door. After finishing that September 2020 header on that Dutch door, I'm now going to turn the page and create my 1 line a day and mood tracker spread. This is what I like to sometimes call my daily review. It just gives me a spot to record my mood each day and jot down a summary of what happened that day. I decided to give myself a little bit more space than normal by extending this across both pages here on this spread. I'm using a number strip sticker that comes with that freebie sheet, and again busting out some more of those circle lists, and those are going to be where I'm going to fill in the color for my mood each day. To finish off this simple 1 line a day and mood tracking spread, I'm going to create my mood key at the top of the page, just 3 different colors to signify whether I'm in a bad mood, a neutral mood, or a good mood. And then again, just finishing it off with some decoration, a little sleeping Luna in a hammock with some trees. And that is it for my monthly overview spread and my 1 line a day and mood tracker, which takes me to my monthly brain dump. I usually like to include some sort of spread like this that's just kind of an extra space for me to jot down any ideas or thoughts that maybe don't fit anywhere else in my journal. So after creating a watercolor splash at the top, which is going to be for my header, I'm now going to use these stickers that are also a part of the monthly kit. These are these little like mini scenes, these little rectangles that I absolutely love. And I stuck those in on the sides, and that's just going to be where I'm writing in my headers for my different categories. So I have Patreon, YouTube, stickers, and other, and this will be where I'll jot down any fleeting ideas throughout the month. I'm going to finish this off again with some more circle lists. These are some of my favorite functional stickers at the moment. I've been using them a ton. You guys know I used to use my checkbox list stickers all the time, but now it's circle lists all the way. So now on the right side, I'm going to create my live stream schedule for the month. I'm using this calendar printable that is available on my Patreon for $1. Every single month, I always release a calendar printable, both for the current month and an undated version as well, in case you want to use it throughout the rest of the year. and I'm just using that to jot down all of my scheduled Patreon live streams. Now I'm going to finish off that header on the left using a banner from the Functional Monthly Kit add-on sheet and that brain dump header from the monthly kit. And with that, that is it for my September monthly spreads. I'm now going to set up 2 weekly dashboards to go along with this month. Again, I'm setting this whole thing up late, so this is going to be for some weeks that are in the middle of September. And you'll notice also that throughout these weekly spreads, I did miss a couple bits of footage. Mostly for this spread, I missed a whole bunch after I created my weekly headers here using these stickers. I ended up using watercolor and some of my pens to create basically the rest of the spread. So I have a habit tracker in the bottom corner, and then each day has a spot for bills, live streams, and a spot for a task list. I'm now going to finish off the header at the top of this page using one of those headers from the monthly kit. I just actually cut the border off so it would kind of blend more smoothly into the watercolor. I also used these little colored number circle stickers. These are actually a part of the August Patreon only sheet. Unfortunately, the physical version of that was only for my August patrons. If you are interested in getting your hands on the extra bonus sheet that I created for my top tier patrons for the next themed sticker collection, make sure you join Patreon. That's an exclusive thing that is only available for those patrons, and I usually create some extra stickers that match the theme and that are some of the crowd favorites. So I love getting to create that for my $30 patrons every month. I'm now just finishing this spread off with some extra decorative bits, a little quote in the bottom that says "Find your calm," and some extra stickers here and there. Moving on to the final spread of this video, I'm going to create another weekly log. So I'm using these flag stickers from the monthly kit and just spacing them evenly across the right page. And this is going to be where I'm going to have my daily sections. I'm going to have a spot to keep track again of bills and live streams throughout this week. These are the main things that I really like to make sure I know are coming up, because missing bill deadlines and missing live streams is no fun. So I created a watercolor header along the top of the page. Again, the last little bit of footage that I accidentally forgot to take. But I'm now going to finish off my weekly headers using these foresty headers from the monthly kit add-on sheet. And again, those same little number circles from the August Patreon only sheet. After dividing that big box on the right in half, I'm going to write in my section headers in the watercolor bit on top using the white gel pen. The white gel pen really pops so nicely over these watercolors, so I thought that was a perfect way to write in these headers for my bills and my live streams. Finally, to finish this spread off, I just need a habit tracker again for the week and a task list section for this week. So I'm using some pine tree stickers along with this freebie habit tracker sticker. I create a freebie sheet every month that matches whatever the newest theme is, and that comes with all shop orders and with all Patreon rewards. Now for my task list, I'm using a green circle list sticker from my shop on the left side, and I'm finishing it off with my tasks header along the top. So I'm doing a banner from the monthly kit add-on sheet and one of these little tasks stickers from the monthly kit. And I'm now going to create a small little decorative scene at the top with one of the sleepy bear stickers, using the watercolor then to create these little fiery embers kind of flying around him just to fill in that extra space. The final touch of this spread, I'm going to use my white gel pen to write September 21st through 27th along the top. And with that, guys, we are completely done setting up all of my September spreads. All right, everybody, I hope you loved watching me set up these September campfire themed bullet journal spreads. I really have been loving using watercolor so much in my journal this last year. I feel like it's just really unleashed my creativity, and I'm loving the spreads I created today. I'm so excited to finally start using these. Again, better late than never. If you ever are setting up your bullet journal late, please don't feel bad or feel like you're failing the system or anything. It happens to all of us, even those like like me who have been bullet journaling for like 4 or 5 years at this point, it really is better late than never. Don't use that as an excuse to not set up your journal if you're running behind. It still will be helpful for the rest of the month, and I know for a fact that having these September spreads all set up and ready to go is going to be a huge help for me for the rest of the month. Of course, don't forget that all of the stickers I used today are listed in my shop, with the exception of the Patreon only sheet that was exclusive for last month's patrons. But if you join the $30 Patreon level for this coming month, you will receive the Patreon only sheet for the next themed sticker collection. Besides that, everything is listed in my shop, including those 30% off bundles. Of course, everything, like I said, will be listed in the description below. So be sure to check out all of the sale items, all of those new stickers, and I really hope you guys enjoy everything that I've released. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe down below, and hit that notification bell to make sure you know when I post my next video. That's likely going to be the migration into my new long-term collections bujo. So I'm super, super excited about that. I hope you guys are too. And again, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified about that new video. If there are any videos that you've really been wanting to see from me, let me know down in the comments. I love getting your suggestions. And with that, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you have an incredible rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.